Shinjuku's Kabukicho is known by many as a red light district. Kabukicho is an area of about 600 square meters located north of Shinjuku Station, and it is said that there are more than 1,000 stores and shops in this small area. The city is being developed to become the Las Vegas of Japan. Kabukicho, as you may know, has not only restaurants but host clubs, cabaret clubs, sex clubs, love hotels, and other entertainment establishments that symbolize the Japanese underworld culture. It is truly a town of nighttime entertainment. But why did Kabukicho turn into such a trashy red light district? Today, I will talk about the reasons. And the footage of Kabukicho was kindly shot by two lovely ladies from the tour group Omoide Journey.
Meshida.
During the Edo period, the era where Kabukicho was once a rural area, Kabukicho also had a sprawling area of samurai residences and fields. Now, it is currently the border between Kabukicho 1丁目 and 2丁目. Hanamachi Street used to have the Kani River flowing through. Now it's underground. And the area north of the river was rich in nature. There was also a military firing range. Now it has been transformed into a host club and love hotel district. From the Meiji until the Showa era, Kabukicho was a quiet residential area. During that time, there was a certain establishment in Kabukicho that would be something unthinkable to have there today. In the place where the Toho building, which is famous for Godzilla statue, is now located. Your favorite place existed there before and during the war. What was it? What a surprise! Kabukicho used to have an all-girls school and was a town of female students. Now, it is a different kind of town, though, where many young women work.
Meshida.
After the war, Kabukicho transformed into Japan's largest downtown area. But before the war, it was a girls' high school and a quiet residential area. Aside from that, it was also an upscale residential area where 3 successive prime ministers lived in Kabukicho. Nowadays, it is a complete residential area for yakuza. There is a major reason why Kabukicho turned into a downtown after the war, because an American airstrike burned it down. American tourists always say, wow, Tokyo is very modern and new, so cool! Guys, thank you very much for burning everything. Anyway, Kihei Suzuki, the town chairman of Kabukicho at that time, had a plan to turn the burnt-out Kabukicho into a morally correct downtown area. Unfortunately, it became an anti-social downtown.
Meshida.
Kabukicho was originally named Tsunohazu. In 1947, the name was changed to Kabukicho. In the center of Kabukicho, Kihei Suzuki planned to build a 4-story, 1,850-seat Kabuki theater called the Kikuza. He was planning to make Kabukicho a Kabuki-centered entertainment town. At that time, they were trying to make Kabukicho an entertainment district similar to Broadway in New York. As a result, due to strict post-war rules, they couldn't create a Kabuki theater. It became Kabukicho in name only. It's the same as a comedy show, but there is no comedy. Just like Ken Suzuki-san's comedy show.
Meshida-san. Fuck you. Meshida.
Currently, there are about 12 yakuza offices in Kabukicho. It is also known as a yakuza town. Because of this, most of the shootings that make the news in Japan are in Kabukicho. After the war, a group of people opened Japan's first black market in Shinjuku, which became the center of the Shinjuku underworld, where they used their financial power and violence. That is why there are many yakuza offices in Kabukicho now. Incidentally, I heard that stew seasoned with leftover food from American soldiers was popular on the black market at that time. By the way, in Kabukicho, there is a famous apartment called Yakuza Mansion. This famous apartment building in Kabukicho, where 70% of the residents are Yakuza. People are considered as outcasts like the Yakuza are not allowed to rent houses. So, the Yakuza office buys the condominiums and rents them to the Yakuza. By the way, the general public can also rent these apartments. The rent is very cheap, but I hear that there are a lot of suspicious noises at night.
Meshida.
Kabukicho is now a popular drinking spot for foreigners. The Golden Guy, where many drinking establishments are located, was once a black market banned by the US military after the war. It was moved from the Shinjuku station area to the area where the Golden Guy is now located. After the move, the Golden Guy began to serve alcohol on the first floor, while certain illegal activities took place on the upper floors. What are those illegal activities? Yes, prostitution. At that time in Japan, areas where prostitution was legal were called red light areas, and illegal areas were called blue light areas, and Golden Guy was in a blue light area. It is illegal, but the government turns a blind eye to it. Yes, time has changed, but Japan has never changed.
飯だ
I'm now organizing a comedy quiz show and tour in one of Tokyo's most notorious red light districts, not Kabukicho, but Yoshiwara. Historically, Yoshiwara was a true red light district of Tokyo. If you are curious about its wild history and the world of Japanese sex establishments, come join my comedy quiz tour in Yoshiwara, Tokyo. Please check out the link below.
飯だ
Today, Kabukicho is also famous for its sex industry, but how did Kabukicho, which initially aimed to be a downtown with a good morals and a Broadway-like entertainment district, become what it is today? In 1957, the anti-prostitution law was enacted and prostitution, which had previously been allowed in legal areas, was banned. All prostitution was outlawed, and many prostitutes fled to Kabukicho from the government-approved red light district of Shinjuku Yukaku, which until then had been located in Shinjuku Nichome. The prohibition of prostitution led to a more lawless situation, and prostitution became rampant in Kabukicho. So, there are no longer any officially sanctioned areas for prostitution, and it became possible to prostitute anywhere.
飯だ
Currently, Shinjuku Nichome is a famous LGBTQ area. There is a reason why Shinjuku Nichome, called Nichome, became a sacred place for gay people. In 1957, the anti-prostitution law was enforced, and the Shinjuku Nichome Entertainment District became full of empty buildings. It is difficult to find tenants for properties in Shinjuku Nichome because it was a red light prostitution district. Then, LGBTQ people started renting bars, and now Shinjuku Nichome has become a famous LGBTQ district, especially gay people. There are some really fun bars in Shinjuku Nichome, so Ken-san should go there and see them. Oh, don't worry, just like women, gay people are not interested in Ken-san.
Shut the fuck up! 飯だ
Kabukicho is now famous as a host club area. There are more than 270 host clubs in Kabukicho. It can be called a sex worker factory, which puts women in debt and produces more sex workers. By the way, Ikebukuro is a city with the second largest number of host clubs in Tokyo, with only 6 host clubs. Kabukicho is by far Japan's largest producer of sex workers. The first host club in Shinjuku Kabukicho was established in 1973, and it was called I. In English, it means love. Of course, it was fake love. Until the 1990s, when television featured the host and the host boom began, Kabukicho hosts were black-clad and all-backed gang members. It seemed to be taboo to ask about hosts' pasts.
飯だ
Today, Kabukicho has numerous love hotels and is well known as a love hotel district. Of course, you know that, don't you? Why were so many love hotels built in Kabukicho? It was a place for the US military to relax with Japanese women. So, you could say that it was a comfort station built in Kabukicho after the war. In 1947, a US military comfort facility called Ryokan was established in Kabukicho. With so many American soldiers visiting Kabukicho, many love hotels were built in its hinterland. Maybe that's why there are so many love hotels with strange English names.
飯だ
In 2003, Tokyo's governor Ishihara launched Operation Kabukicho Purification to crack down on illegal brothels and shady hostess clubs and host clubs in Kabukicho, and many police officers were mobilized. The number of illegal brothels and shady hostess clubs and host clubs in Kabukicho have drastically decreased. As a result of the crackdown, the number of bars that pose as healthy establishments but group of customers have increased. This is indeed a yakuza town. Their ability to adapt is unparalleled.
飯だ
Thank you very much for watching this video. Now I'm organizing my solo stand-up comedy show and comedy tour in Tokyo. If you are interested in that, please check out the link below. And don't forget to check out my Patreon page too. So see you in Tokyo. Bye bye!